After weeks of twists, tension, and 3 rejected bids, the saga is finally over. Manchester United have sealed the signing of Bryan Mbeumo. The 4th bid did the trick, and the Brentford star has now arrived in Manchester to put pen to paper. But this is just the beginning. Behind the scenes, things are moving fast at Old Trafford. Surprise exits, new targets, and major shake-ups are unfolding. Stay with us till the end, because what's happening next could change everything.
Alejandro Garnacho is reportedly edging closer to an exit from Manchester United after informing the club of his desire to join Chelsea this summer. The 20-year-old Argentine winger has emerged as one of the brightest young talents in the Premier League, but tensions have been rising behind the scenes at Old Trafford in recent months. Sources close to the situation suggest that Garnacho has grown increasingly frustrated with his role at United and the direction of the club, and has now communicated to both his agent and club officials that he sees a move to Chelsea as the ideal next step in his career. Garnacho has made it clear that he wants to remain in the Premier League, and he views Chelsea's young, ambitious squad and their return to Champions League football as a perfect environment to continue his development at the highest level. The decision comes after a turbulent few months for Garnacho, who has reportedly fallen out with sections of the coaching staff following a string of disagreements, including public frustration with former manager Erik ten Hag and more recently with Ruben Amorim. His controversial social media post criticizing Amorim's tactics after the Europa League final reportedly deepened the rift, leading to him being left out of key training sessions. Manchester United, under the leadership of Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the Ineos Sporting Group, are said to be disappointed by the player's stance but are prepared to sanction a sale if their valuation, believed to be around £60 to £65 million, is met. Chelsea have emerged as the clear front-runners for his signature, with the London club already initiating direct contact with Manchester United over a potential deal. While no official bid has yet been submitted, ongoing talks between the two clubs have laid the groundwork for negotiations, and there is a growing sense that a formal offer could arrive soon. For Manchester United, Garnacho's potential departure would mark the loss of one of their most exciting homegrown prospects, but the relationship appears to have deteriorated to a point where reconciliation is unlikely. Club insiders admit that while they would prefer to keep Garnacho, they understand the risks of holding on to an unhappy player, especially one with high market value and suitors ready to invest heavily. If Chelsea meet the financial demands and provide guarantees over playing time and development, a deal could materialize swiftly. A sudden and unexpected development has cast doubt over the future of Manchester United goalkeeper Andre Onana, with reports suggesting the Cameroonian international could be heading for a shock exit from Old Trafford this summer. Just 1 year after his high-profile arrival from Inter Milan in a deal worth nearly £50 million, Onana's status at the club is now uncertain. Sources inside the club have revealed that Manchester United are considering offloading the 28-year-old if a suitable offer arrives, and they are reportedly prepared to accept as little as £40 million, an indication of how significantly his stock has fallen since his arrival. Onana's debut season was marred by inconsistency and high-profile errors, particularly in the early stages of the campaign where his performances in the Champions League group stage drew heavy criticism. While he eventually settled into his role and finished the season with improved form, doubts persist over his long-term suitability under new manager Ruben Amorim, who is overseeing a wide-scale overhaul of the squad as part of Ineos' strategic vision for the club. Amorim is said to admire Onana's ability to play out from the back and his shot-stopping instincts, but the club's leadership is reviewing all positions in the squad, including goalkeeper, as they look to balance financial commitments with on-field performance. Complicating matters further is a recent hamstring injury that has ruled Onana out of United's pre-season tour of the United States, leaving him sidelined during a critical period for assessing squad roles ahead of the new campaign. The timing of the injury has sparked fresh speculation that the club may accelerate plans to bring in a replacement. Despite growing interest from clubs across Europe and the Saudi Pro League, Onana is reportedly unwilling to accept a move to the Middle East at this stage in his career. A source close to the player told ESPN that he still sees his future at Manchester United and will only consider leaving if he is told he is no longer wanted. However, the mood around the club suggests that all options remain on the table, particularly if a club comes forward with a respectable offer. Monaco were one of the first clubs to register interest earlier this summer, but talks cooled after United's asking price proved too high for the League One side. Behind the scenes, there appears to be a growing divide between the club's vision and Onana's role within it. While the goalkeeper remains committed and professional, his place as United's undisputed number one is no longer guaranteed. What began as a stable situation now threatens to become one of the defining stories of United's summer. Manchester United have officially begun talks with RB Leipzig over a potential move for highly rated striker Benjamin Sesko, as the club intensifies its search for a new attacking focal point ahead of the 2025-26 season. According to several sources close to the negotiations, United's recruitment team, led by newly appointed head of talent identification Christopher Vival, has already made contact with the players' representatives and is laying the groundwork for what could become one of the marquee deals of the summer. Sesko, who scored 18 goals in all competitions last season and continues to attract interest across Europe, is viewed internally at Old Trafford as a player with immense upside and the physical attributes to thrive in the Premier League. Talks are said to be progressing on multiple fronts, with United keen to position themselves ahead of rival suitors such as Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester City, who have all been monitoring the Slovenian international closely. Sesko's current contract at Leipzig reportedly includes a release clause in the region of 70 to 80 million euros, and Manchester United are believed to be seriously considering triggering it as they look to resolve long-standing concerns about their striker options. Despite signing Rasmus Højlund last season, the club remains eager to bolster its front line with another reliable goal scorer who can complement and rotate with the young Dane. Sesko's combination of size, speed, technical ability, and eye for goal has made him one of the most sought-after young forwards in Europe. Standing at 6 feet 4 inches, he offers a commanding physical presence but also possesses the intelligence and footwork to operate in a high-tempo, press-based system, attributes that align closely with manager Ruben Amorim's tactical vision. Amorim has reportedly given the green light for the club to pursue Sesko aggressively, viewing him as an ideal fit for the system he's looking to implement at Old Trafford. Although no official bid has been lodged yet, Manchester United are expected to act quickly, knowing that competition is fierce and the player's price could rise further if Leipzig receives multiple offers. Sesko, for his part, is said to be intrigued by the Premier League challenge and has been flattered by the interest from United, though he remains focused on pre-season preparations with Leipzig for the time being. With United's recruitment drive heating up and a pressing need to strengthen in key areas, the pursuit of Sesko has become a major storyline to watch in the transfer window. Manchester United have reportedly had their fourth bid for Brentford star Bryan Mbeumo accepted, paving the way for the winger to complete a move to Old Trafford in what could become one of the headline transfers of the summer. After having 3 earlier offers turned down, including packages worth up to £55 million, the Red Devils returned with a renewed proposal believed to be in the region of £60 to £62.5 million including add-ons, which has now met Brentford's valuation. This breakthrough marks the end of a long pursuit by United's recruitment team, who have identified Mbeumo as a priority signing to reinforce their forward line ahead of the 2025-26 season. Sources close to the negotiations reveal that Mbeumo has already agreed personal terms with United on a long-term contract worth around £250,000 per week, and the 25-year-old is eager to take the next step in his career by joining one of England's most historic clubs. He had previously attracted interest from other Premier League rivals, including Tottenham and Arsenal, but made it clear that Manchester United was his preferred destination. Manager Ruben Amorim and Director of Recruitment Christopher Vival are said to be fully aligned on the move, viewing Mbeumo as a crucial addition who brings pace, end product, and tactical flexibility in the wide attacking areas. Mbeumo, who scored 10 Premier League goals last season despite injuries, has long been admired for his ability to carry the ball in transition and deliver in key moments. His signing is expected to complement the arrival of Matheus Cunha, with Amorim looking to build a more dynamic and aggressive attacking unit capable of pressing high and threatening in behind. United's push for the player also reflects the club's new transfer approach under INEOS, where a greater emphasis is being placed on athletic, high-intensity players in key roles. Brentford, for their part, have already begun preparing for life after Mbeumo and are reportedly closing in on a deal for Ipswich Town winger Omari Hutchinson as his replacement. The decision to accept United's fourth bid signals a shift in stance from Brentford, who had initially been reluctant to sell one of their most influential players. The deal is now at an advanced stage, with medicals and final paperwork expected to be completed shortly. Mbeumo is likely to join United's pre-season squad in time for their upcoming friendlies in Sweden and the United States, offering fans an early glimpse of one of their new key signings. With the deal close to completion, Manchester United are sending a strong signal of intent as they look to bounce back from a disappointing campaign. Mbeumo's arrival is expected to bring added sharpness and energy to United's attacking play and could prove to be a vital component in their bid to return to the Premier League's top four and make a deeper push in European competition.